lovers, how you doing? Let's do another pickacard, and today we're going to do what's happening. What's happening is the last day of the heat wave apparently today. Yes, I'm so happy, you have no idea. Okay, let's go. Forecast is done now. I know sometimes I do some tarot as well, but essentially it's forecast, that's right. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 1, 2. So part number 1 was happening. King of Swords, the Hangman, 2 of Pentacles. My goodness, wow, that is interesting. So someone who was very protective of their heart with that sword, who has butterfly in the belly, who maybe wants you for that job, you know what I mean, it can always be other things than just love, Axelle, yeah, absolutely. Someone who was not actually expressing their emotion freely towards you, have a drastic change of perspective, like boom. The Hangman is very much that person who will be hanging for a long time in a certain way and decided, you know what, I'm done here. I have to change my mind. I have to make some drastic decision, some drastic change, because I cannot continue like that. Right, okay then. Because they realize they go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, base number 8. Okay, so the 2 of Pentacles is very powerful. It's like they may have been very busy trying to forget about you, trying to, you know, focus on work, adding more responsibility just to not think about you. But it doesn't really make any difference because they keep thinking about you no matter what. All right, and they may have hesitated between two people, 2 candidates for the job, 2 whatever. But now they realize that your connection is here to stay. So it doesn't really matter how much they try or how hard they try, I should say. They keep, you know, going. So let's see. Hierophant. Yeah, of course, the decision has to be made. The Hierophant is very powerful. It's a big boss upstairs, as I like to say. It's also the result of learning new ways, learning to develop themselves, to go into places they've never been before, opening and stretching their mind, because, and also for yourself, it's not just them, obviously, right? But the Hierophant also says that you're meant to be together, right? The big boss upstairs, whatever you want to call it, right? There's definitely a lot of chemistry, but also now that determination. This part feel very strongly determined, like I know what I want now and nobody's going to stop me. It's a lot of passion, but a passion doesn't have to be sexual. It can also be like, I know what I want that job, and I'm fearless. You think so? Look at this. And again, we have that 1 sword. There's a lot of clarity here as well. You know, I've been hesitating. I've been, you know, thinking of the pros and cons, and now I'm making my mind. I'm so in a rush as well to make you understand what I want, and I want you. Yes, this one, the Wheel of Fortune, oh my goodness, since a very strong moon we had in July, I see that in a lot of readings. It's you know, it's now we need to finalize whatever we wanted to put out there. It has to be now the real deal. We cannot fluff around anymore. We cannot just think about things. It's time to get into action, because too late is too late after a while. You know what I mean? You have to make up your mind. Eventually you decide, okay, let's go, let's do this. Yes, I take the job. Yes, I go into that relationship. Yes, I'm moving home. Yes, I leave somebody behind. That is it. Very much that idea of fortune and fame as well. The Wheel of Fortune is absolutely spectacular as well. So for me, great news this week. Okay, so let's have a look, or whenever you're watching it, obviously. All right, so they have a major arcana because this thing is very straightforward here. Do we have the Wheel of Fortune or what? Wow, okay, so you think so? For me, there is a movement forward that is inevitable, is written. Wheel of Fortune is very much the wheel of a destiny that is actually taking over. And when you get to that point, try to stop it. No way. Whatever is meant to happen will happen. There's nothing stopping it, okay? And it's that movement forward, and that's it. What can I say? Beautiful. I'm loving it. I'm hot. Part number 2, what's happening? 6 of Swords, 10 of Swords, 10 of Wands. Oh my goodness. Wow. We're finishing a cycle here. Do you think so? Yeah. A lot of pain, a lot of disagreement, a lot of arguments, a lot of maybe being stabbed in the back, betrayal, taking too much responsibilities that don't belong to us, giving too much love and not receiving anything. After that, we have the Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands, new beginning with clarity and determination and passion as well. We're finishing a cycle here. It's inevitable. Okay, it's such in my face. I mean, and look at that as well. Excuse me, George is here always. There's a transformation. It's not change, it's transformation. I'm coming towards you, I'm moving home with you. Let's get married, let's get into that business, let's move country. I leave the darkness and leave somebody. I'm going toward the light. And it's an idea of transformation, like 200%. You had time to think about it. It's a sword, but it's the alignment of the soul and the heart and the mind and everything else. So we have number 6 as well, a number of love. Wow. So, or, excuse me again, George, or there is very much an idea of you leaving somebody else. You see what I mean? Interesting. So yeah, someone is approaching you for sure, or you're approaching somebody. Of course, it can be reversed, but it's more in my head. It's more like you being approached by someone who wants to say what they feel for you, and they've been feeling this and put that in a bottle for such a long time. They need to actually say it now because it's overdue, right? They had love at first sight. They never said that, but you have an idea here of that cups is here and is also here, right? So that cups as being congruent. That cup of love doesn't disappear, actually got bigger and bigger. They have to say something. They had love at first sight, couldn't handle it, didn't know what to do with it, but now they have to, they have to do something about it because you've always been ticking all the boxes for that person and vice versa. They tick all the boxes for you as well. But there is an idea of like you are the final destination, you are the light at the end of the tunnel, you're showing me how to live my life, you're showing me the path to go into, but I was hesitating. And now, I've been rebalancing my emotion a lot, and I know I have to be truthful to myself, and I have to tell you all of this. Yeah, frustration, of course, because when you're not congruent to yourself, frustration appear. I'm going to leave it there, man, because this is absolutely spectacular. 2 of Cups. Those cups again, you see what I mean? Reconciliation, association, partnership. Let's get married, Mr. and Mrs. or 2 Mr. or 2 Mrs. My goodness, you name it. Love, love, love. Association. Beautiful. Oh my goodness. If that is not about love, I don't know what to say, right? So let's have a measure. Can I hear even though, oh my God, what beautiful. Absolutely stunning. What do we have here? Let's count, yeah. Because it's the end of ignoring each other, it's the end as well of a terrible, terrible, terrible chapter of your life, guys. That was horrendous. But that has to be the death of that period to give birth to you guys. So absolutely stunning. It's a rebirth, it's a new beginning, it's a beginning, it's official. Now you cannot go backward anymore. This is a beginning. Beautiful. Music to my ears. I'm loving it. On this not very beautiful day, and I see you tomorrow. Mwah. Ciao.